Hey gang, GameFace here, and today, oh hey, yeah, I see Jaxie's got the first comment. That's good. Now it doesn't say comments are ready. That's awesome. Which is what it usually says until somebody says something. Hey, and Jet. So like, I don't know if you guys looked at the title of the stream, but I don't want to build anything today. But I do want to look at everything that has been built. Hey Thomas, welcome back. So yeah, today I'm gonna look at the history of the park, and you know, this is actually before I was even live streaming. I built all this stuff. This was basically a daily video that I made. I built these things, laid these roads out, and built this stuff, and then I edited, chopped it all up. Oh no, it's the same park. It's the same park. You'll notice this and this are still here. Those trees are still there. This is still like that. That barrel rolling thing is still there. This was still there until we rebuilt the entrance just a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. But this is the same park. This is before I was live streaming it. This is hey Caleb. This is like where I started. Actually, this is not true. This is where I started after the game actually came out. I did have the game on alpha for the alpha version and the beta, but I didn't really do a lot in it. I didn't do this much. But you know, I had a big plan. I had stuff drawn out on paper, and waiting for GameFace. GameFace is here. Waiting for GameFace. Okay, that's what my stream says when in the last minute. I don't know what's going on here. I do not know what's going on here. I think these people want out, but there's no way. I don't know. This is the first episode, so I didn't even know what I was doing really, but I did realize at this point, and let's get some UI up here, that this mattered. You want these to be 100%. So this was the first, this is where it all started. This is the first park, and as you can tell, really all is the same is this right here. That's all that's the same. So from there, let's see where we went. So that was episode 1. Here's episode 2. Unsaved changes. Yeah. No, this park is like this is like going back in time. And a lot of people here haven't hey Levi. The stuff from the winter update still in the summer pack. No, it all melted. I think it is. So this was my second episode. This is the second video I made. Most of this on this side stayed the same. I was experimenting with like fountains and you know, I didn't build this. This is theirs. They built that. I just put it down there. And you know, another ride that might actually still be there as well. That ride might still be there. And then there's the coaster. The coaster I built. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I don't know if I ever put this video out. I can't even imagine what this coaster's like. Probably just awful. Because I had no idea what I was doing at this point. No idea. I was kind of pissed off it was going backwards too. But there was a few things I didn't realize at that point. And you know, you can see that there's no smoothing. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Oh, but yeah, this is the first coaster I ever put together from beginning to end. In Planet Coaster. Yeah. So yeah, there's extra rails in order to drive which way, you know, you're facing, and I have everybody facing the same way the entire time because I didn't know that was a thing then. So yeah, hey Ida, hey Aaron. So yeah, this was the very first coaster. As you can tell, it's not in the park anymore. It doesn't exist. Oh yeah, I'm sure I killed everybody many times. But like I said, the first coaster, that was it. You know, I started figuring out how to mess with the terrain a bit, you know, just learning at this point. And this I can't even imagine when this was. Like, this must have been like 5 hours into the game, maybe 6 hours into the game. I didn't spend much time on the coaster at all. Like, it's not like now where I'd spend like 12, 16, 18, 20 hours just working on a coaster. The back of that first one, which isn't even finished yet. This is sort of in between, actually. And what else? Like I said though, these things here, I think are still there right now. There's a pirate coaster in here. Oh, I'm not riding that again. I'm not riding. Maybe in a later episode. So nothing's changed over here though. I didn't do any work over here at this point. So it's hard to believe that now, like, I can go way over here. And this is that was all there was. It's like nothing. So, whoa, the sun's coming up. After that, I think was when I started the live streams. So this would have been after the result of the first Planet Coaster live stream we did. I don't know. Make my hair big. I don't know. I don't know how well that will go over at work. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, before any knowledge, like, this coaster doesn't exist anymore. It just got deleted. So that was where that was. I've started to do some decorating, things that aren't even there anymore. Like all of this, every single bit of it is gone. All of this is gone. Yeah, like, okay, so here's another coaster that was built. We might as well ride it. Not gonna kill us. It might virtual kill us, but it's not gonna kill us. I don't know if this was finished yet. We will see. People are lining up to get on it. I don't know why. Hey, come on. Okay. This is not a good coaster. Again, I was just learning at this point. I think this was before... Yeah, you know, anything really before the pirate coaster. I wasn't really up on what was going on. That's so bad. Yeah, I tell you what, if I get that many likes on this video, I'll paint my hair pink, green, red, and yellow. So yeah, that was like the first live stream, and that was the result. So again, it's puny compared to the park that stretches the entire area now. Like, yeah. So after that, I just want to see what happened to that coaster. Let's go after post live stream 2, which means this is basically the stuff I had done after that was the stuff I had done after the live stream, and that was the save before the next live stream. So I was playing around with some more water. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, there was gonna be something going on here. I hadn't really changed any of this. Obviously all that's gone. This coaster still hasn't been deleted. Have I done anything to this? Have I done anything to this? I don't know. At this point in the game, I was only like 10, 14 hours in. I really hadn't quite gotten it yet. So I don't know if this is, like, obviously I didn't even know I could change the speed on the chain at this point. They're just it's things that I hadn't learned. But this was like over 400 hours of game time ago at this point. It's too bad I didn't actually put how many hours it said I had on Steam on each, in the name of each save. But no, I haven't done anything to this. This thing is still awful. Yeah. But yet the fear and nausea, you know, on a coaster's weird. So that was that. I don't know what I did here. Oh, Oh. We did this. Started this. This is what happened. So this is another coaster that's not quite finished at this point. How long have I had the game? I don't know, but I could find out. Yeah, let me think. Probably. This coaster's probably pretty bad too. See, that's making the assumption that I'd actually want to play those things. Hey AJM. Okay, so let me see. When did I buy that? When did I buy this? Where is that? Well, you know, this, like I said, this was after 12, 13 hours of playing the game. And most of it being putting down this stuff. None of these things are there here in this form at all anymore. It's long gone. Okay, it was... Oh no, that was Elite Dangerous. Crap. I don't know. April 2nd, 2016. April 2nd, 2016. Yeah, so, you know, the park was growing slightly at this point, not exactly in the direction that I thought it would be going. But let's jump 3 or 4 episodes now. Like, let's jump up and see what things were like after episode 5 or something. And we'll start to jump some larger jumps. Did I hear what happened in Ohio? Yes, I did. I did. There was an accident at the Ohio State Fair. So, oh yes, this was an awful time for me in Planet Coaster. There was this whole thing here. I fought and fought and fought with trying to get this thing to work, and it just wouldn't play well. It just would not do what I wanted it to. I'm just a streamer at this point, basically. I used to make, like, well, check my channel out, you'd see, daily videos, but I just find that because of the time I stream, streaming takes a chunk of time. So it wasn't like before when I could get home, I could go, I could sit down and play, you know, a game for an hour and a half, go eat something while that was, and have that converting for editing, and then after I ate, go play something else for like an indie game for an hour or 45 minutes. Edit those down to like 10 or 50 or 20-minute videos even, and upload them that night, and then do the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. That was so much. There was much smaller things, but as soon as I started streaming and it's added up to 3 hours, it's really knocked out like all the other stuff around that I was able to do. I don't know if you recognize any of this stuff, but some of the pieces in this castle are the big dark castle with the smoke coming out of it. It's all some of these pieces, because I cut it apart and used them in order to build. Like even that centerpiece, I think, is the centerpiece of that. No, I'm wrong. It's this. But yeah, this is basically the original castle that I was going to build a thing around, and yeah, it did not go well. I gave up on that. I do not understand what you're saying, Levi. It's confusing to me. So that was about the only change there. So the park is growing, but not huge amounts. Where am I right now? What park is this? Let's go to here. Am I like missing part of a conversation here? Inside Game's face. You don't want to get inside Game Face's head. Okay, it's kind of scary. Whoa! Okay, so that was a big jump. Okay, maybe I should go back a bit. Maybe I should go back a bit. That might have been too much. Like there was already a gingerbread roller there was already a gingerbread train station there. So, like, what? What's going on? Okay, maybe this is right. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. This, I think. No. Here we go. This was my first building. That was my first building. And it still exists. No, actually, I think it's I might have made a blueprint. But this was my very first building. And I thought I did awesome. And you know, for the first building, yeah, the pink hair is not going to happen. So for the first building, I thought I did okay. But then I set my sights a lot higher, and this was the next building I built, was a train station. And I actually went and got a picture of a train station. And, like, sort of copied that. we needed a disc for this. I'm not sure what you mean, Bambi. Okay, so yeah, the lake the lake is appearing here. There, and more of the rides are here. This has been sort of converted over to a gingerbread area. So all this is starting to come together. So this is actually the way things look now. Like if I were to look like right here, I doubt it's much different. I might have more garbage. Oh. The game you can get on Steam, and Park is not available in the workshop yet. So there's nothing really changed in roller coasters, and nothing in the way, shape, and form of roller coasters you see here exists in the park anymore at all. But you know, you can see I've started to put in the railroads. Again, like the whole western area is basically built. Like if you look in here, I've even built the saloon. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't like. Yeah. Well, how are politics getting into this? Especially by somebody who said they're a 12-year-old. So yeah, I guess I've done some stuff over here. That lake is gone. So obviously plans are changing. And stuff like that. But again, as you saw by the last time we loaded this up, from episode 15 or something like that, it's a lot different. Is this the final episode? No. No. It's just, you know, there's a lot of people here now that just weren't here all along. So, you know, yeah, there's just a lot of people who weren't here all along, so they don't know how things went and how stuff was built. Wow. Even me sometimes, I'm like, holy crap. Like, okay, so like I've built the gingerbread train station, the gingerbread water tower, which probably wouldn't work out very well. I'm pretty sure it would be all soggy if you filled it with water. Oh, and look at this. Look at the lineup. This is the first bottleneck in the park. Was everybody walking to this, because it's the only ride I had that people wanted to ride. And this is the first iteration of the, well, it's pretty close to what it is right now, actually. You know, the loop isn't as smooth, but this is the Pirate Coaster. And here we go. So this came in pretty early. Of course, most of us have been on this ride, haven't we? So yeah, that's Was it the name of my PC? I don't. It's the one I built. I just went and actually I've never bought a brand PC ever. Okay, so really, you know, this is another thing that was built at that point. I don't like. We're not gonna ride all of the coasters, but you know, even right now, you can see it's a different color. Nothing else is around here. I've built the train station. So after I built that one building, I just went off on a kick of building new buildings. Like, but you know, none of them at this point are anything near like this is one of the buildings that Frontier included. It came with it, and as you can see, it's nowhere near as simple as what I built. I just built very simple things at the beginning. So yeah, that was that at that point in time. So as you can see, it's growing. Some of the landmark things are there. The pirate coaster, the thing here, and I've started to learn how to properly scene things, maybe is what the best way to put it. So I laid all this out and got all this ready at that point. So yeah, the next thing is I'm pretty sure all this is gonna go. I figured I hauled that horrible that RMC coaster that was here, I think. And built this, so I figured I was going to do something similar here. Other things, not a lot else, but that was actually quite a bit for 5 episodes. Actually, I actually have a train. Oh, there is something else. This is when the tunnel came in. There was a train tunnel down here. It's all screwed up because I built a coaster above it. But I built that as well. I forgot to mention that. That was probably in the last video. So that's where we are. I don't know, maybe 30 hours in? 40 hours in, maybe? So things are getting better when it comes to the coasters and stuff along that lines. And, well, everything for that matter. Notice I was playing a lot of this off stream as well. No, this is the history of the park. Hey, Darafi. Yeah, I'm loading the old saves and looking at them. So, oh, okay, so this is a big jump too. All this stuff is basically the same. I haven't really changed much there. But we built the castle wall at this point. Which basically is like, you know, 4 or 5 different pieces just placed over and over and over. To make up a castle wall. And I broke down the old castle and I started building this. But as you can see, this is not really quite anything yet but a facade on the front. This is quite blank on the back. So yeah, there's that. And I've started building the you know, the buildings that we're gonna sit in here. So I did have plans for here. There was definitely plans for a palace up on a hill, which ended up being across a lake because I wanted those reflections for fireworks. But you know, things had changed in the game by that point. But yeah, this was the starting of the architecture like this, and the first few buildings like this I built. I don't know if there's anything else changed down here. Yeah, I just tossed the castle over here for parts. I don't think I used much of it. And this train station is sitting here in the middle of nowhere too, because I replaced it with a gingerbread train station, which made sense for the gingerbread part of the park. So yeah, that's where things were at that point. I hadn't really started to build anything out here yet. It's still quite blank. So yeah, that's about 17 episodes in. Do I have Planet Coaster vids? There's 2 of them. I think there's 2 of them out there. Okay, so let's go up to episode 20. No. Look at this. Let's go to episode 18, post 5. Like, what is that? Like, that means I went, opened it up, worked on it 5 times after episode 18. Oh. All the videos back. There's 117 of them now. And they're between an hour and a half and 3 hours long. So okay, so you can sort of see things coming together here. All this was built. There's no path through here yet, I don't think. Oh, there is. So the path was started. Of course, this is all different now because, of course, we, tore all that down. But look, it's everything's different. Really, this whole area here is pretty much the same. I've built the cover on this. I finally built a cover on this thing, and hopefully smoothed it out a bit. I'm not going to ride it to find out. And I still haven't deleted this yet. But that will come. What else is new here? I don't really see anything else. Maybe I built the blacksmith shop at that point. But I could have built that before, because I think I built that when I built the clock tower and the saloon. So yeah, the biggest changes then are down here. Oh, here's a big change. The castle has been built. So that's another change. We haven't really built a bridge. I've sort of decided what this was going to look like. Even though I'm almost tempted at this point to rip through it and change it all again. At this point, like, really at this point. So I don't know what episode that was, but I'm going to go to episode 20. So again, this was the 20th live stream and the end result of that 20th live stream. See, it's always amazing the jump that it makes from one to the other when you do it like this. Ride the tall ride. Okay, so you want me to ride this thing here? Sure. But let's see what we've changed first. Not really much over here. Again, not really much over here. This is still here, so I'm not even working over here right now. I must be always over here. And I am. There's stuff going on with this coaster here. There's an experiment occurring. And I'm building all the buildings down here. So yeah, the flying dragon thingy is in the works. And I'm experimenting with the layout of the buildings. I like the layout like this. I almost wish I was able to build an entire town like this. That would have been sweet. But I couldn't fly a coaster through it. Didn't work. That lift hill, it's inside the hill. It's in a cave. So this whoa, that's not right. This is Rapunzel. Is it gonna go? We going? Why aren't we going? Stop the test. Start the test. Okay, here we go. Okay, so. And I think at this point there was bad music attached to this ride. It didn't make any sense for it being in a fairy tale area. I think there was Western music attached to it. I can't hear any sound from Planet Coaster right now because I'd have to have headphones on. So yeah, this was like the beginning of that part of the park, really. But I'm like, so the next little bit is going to be me working on this coaster. The Wino hat. Well, in today's episode, I don't really need it. But people were freaking out because they thought I had no hair, and I just thought I'd just go to show people that I do actually have hair, and I'm not bald. Not that that's an issue for me. I will be eventually, I'm sure. I'm pretty positive I will be. But so that's sort of where everything is at this point. Like, this is 20 live streams in. I think this coaster was built between 15 and 20, and then we went and we're building this one. But you know, it's not like we could build coasters every live stream when you've done 114 live streams or 19 live streams. Doing that wouldn't be a viable thing. Let's go 5 up until 40, and then we'll start going by 10 or something. But yeah, it's amazing how things have changed. Yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of people, I didn't even think about it. I'm sure it wasn't just you. But when I did take my hat off, I think you might have been more surprised than most. Okay. So yeah, now there's smoke pouring out of this thing. We got a coaster somewhat worked through. What else has changed? Yeah, I will be going back to the hat probably in the next video. Not much has changed here. I think the only thing that's changed is the Dragon Coaster. The lift hill's mostly hidden. There's no water in there, but there are the fire things. Is it in testing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But not a lot of changes there. Let's go to 30. So again, 30 might be, if we're talking 5 episodes, you know, that could be 14 hours. That could be like 14 hours of building. Notice it's taking a little longer to load. But everybody will get a little more insight into how this all, like, got to where it was, where it is. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I was there was a big, like, series of episodes building this thing. Yeah. And that was probably about it. Because that took a long time. That building took probably 12 hours, 16 hours, maybe even more. I might be, yeah, it might have been worse than that. But, you know, not a lot has changed here, though. I haven't done any of this yet. I haven't changed any of the other stuff. That's basically ended where it is. Railway station. Still sitting out there. Nothing filling that in. Wow. I don't even know where the railway station is now. So that was, what, 30? What could 35 look like? It almost looks like I'm not really getting a lot done. But sometimes I feel like that. You know, 3 hours when some of what you're doing is like experimenting. Because, you know, it's not like you can perfectly plan out what you're going to do and everything's just going to work out great every time. You know, that's not a thing that can happen. Or that's going to happen. I know that. And, hey, all names are taken. Oh, look at this. So we've started we've built the hypercoaster. So basically, in between those episodes, I tore down that coaster. We replaced it with a lake. And built this. But I don't even think this is done. I think this is still a work in progress. Hey, Mindswept. Yeah, so here we are. And this was I can't even imagine how long ago, but some of you would remember. Some of you were here when I built this. There's not really much for changes here. Again, nothing really here. I think I was building that roof at that time too, and there's nothing really here. So not a lot occurred at that point other than this. Which is, you know, it's not a little thing. It's huge. But that was that then. Not much to see different there. Okay, so 35, let's go to 40. We're almost halfway through the build, through the live streams. Wow, you notice the park's getting taking longer to load? Okay. Whoa. Look what's happening here. So, in that I guess 5 episodes, we've put up all this, started to push everything out here. There's a little more over here. None of it's really styled. And the dueling coasters were built. There's nothing. There's nothing. Looks nothing like it does right now. At all. Well, there's water there. But there's no volcano. There's no... Though the volcano to me seems pretty new. But again, no station. Oh, here we go. All this is done. I've put the ship in. I've put the barrel thing down here. So yeah, that I did all with this stuff when I started decorating that. So that's... We're almost halfway there. But you can start to see the park itself start to take shape. You know, it's pretty empty still. But, you know, it's there. All that's the same. It's mostly the same. Actually, all this. I think that is basically exactly the same. So, it doesn't seem to grow that fast. So what happened after that? That was episode 40. Let's look at 45, 50, and then we'll go to 60, 70, 80, and we'll see. Well, again, most of you have been here for a lot of those episodes, but considering it's been every day. Just catching up on the chat. I know it just seems to go by itself now, and as at times gets quite strange. Okay. Whoa. This is a lot further ahead. Wow. Okay. So now, all this was added on. Like, all of this. Not the coaster. But all this is still a little empty here. Well, gee, what part of it? Like, this part here was empty until yesterday. Even though I didn't finish that yesterday, I got sidetracked and did other stuff. But yeah, so there's a lot going on here. These lines have been put in. Everything's been built up here. Those that ride's fully functional, and I've started to move across this river and down here. And look, there's this mountainous area. What about RTC World? Sorry. Okay, so you can see that things are being planned here. Not just a hill, but something else. I don't know what that is. I should see if anything else changed. Okay, I should see. Can we go in flying faster? Yeah, so this is sort of built and in, well, not built. There's nothing on the back of it yet. There still isn't. I just put it up against the mountain so nobody would see that. So yeah, this is basically it. That, and now it seems that I'm onto something over here. So let's not jump, let's not jump that many parks ahead or that many streams ahead. Let's jump like 2 ahead this time. Let's go to 47 because otherwise I think what's going to happen is everything here will already be built completely. And we could actually see see, the funny thing is there is a technique that people have come up with in order to build really smooth coasters, Planet Coaster. Because it seems that if you ride the coaster facing or from the very back up above it, like, because there's a camera view for that, you can see that the track is not as smooth as it should be. Okay, I see everybody's getting along very well in the comments. Love that. Okay, so there is. Look at it. There it is. That was the start of the whole Old Mill coaster right there. So, some of it you can see is like, yeah, that's the same. All this is basically the same. I might have done some more fine tuning, but there is no coaster. There's just a loop. Just a loop. Not. It's ready for a coaster. And why did I build a loop? Was there like some experiment I was running? Why did I build a loop? I don't know. I don't know why I built a loop. But I don't think there's really much else happening right now in Adventureland. I think that was the last thing then. But you know, it's funny how all it is a build up over time. You know, I'm noticing that too. I'm removing things that I don't like. I'm putting in new things that I do like. I'm decorating things better than I did the first time, etc., 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 etc. And it's just keeping going at it and plugging away at it and not giving up. Sorry, just checking out the comments again. Etc. Yes, I know. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Just the first time from you. I am I'm not even going to say it. Okay. So, oh look, I've actually decided that lights were important. And I started putting in lights around here. Everything else though is dark. But what else has changed? Really nothing. There's just a coaster. There's just a coaster. That's... Yeah, not much has changed. I've just basically finished a coaster. Well, I haven't even finished it, I don't think. But, like, yeah. Maybe a lot of this is different. Maybe all this stuff down here is all done. Yeah, I think maybe all this is relatively recent. But yeah, it's getting to the point where things are very... What's been done is very buried. You know what I mean? As things change, it's harder to see. You can tell what's not here, though. Like, none of this is here. None of that's been done yet. And this is pretty empty. My experiment with that coaster that just went wrong. Yeah, well, it's not there yet. And I haven't started building the sci-fi area behind everybody's back. That hasn't started to happen yet. Or has it? No, it hasn't. So yeah, not much for change there. And that's like... This next one will be halfway. Wow, it's just like degraded to nothingness. Chat, I'm talking about. Sorry. So, what else do we have here? It's taking a lot longer to load. That's not a good thing. Wow. Is it ever? Okay, so what's changed now? Whoa. Okay, so now we've got the racetrack in, and I've started to build this coaster up here. This is obviously what was going on right then. Okay. Again, I don't understand what's going on with the I guess Darafi's gonna say I do with toilet paper. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Sorry. Oh, and this thing was being built. This is now gone because I just couldn't take it anymore. It looked like a Super 8 motel with a huge swimming pool attached to the back of it. But yeah, it seems we're basically working over here now. All this is pretty well filled in, ending right here. I've actually built that lighthouse already. So yeah, things are really changing and really starting to move forward. What's going on up here? Look at this, look at this, look at this. This is how this all started. I was building this. We're trying to. And it was going to be on the top of a hill. There was no talk of fireworks at this point, though. So that didn't happen. That just sort of sat there for, like, months. So that's probably like 25 hours past the last one we looked at. So let's move like another roughly 25 hours ahead and see what's different. A Super 8 hotel or motel? Hey, Richard. So yeah, today's episode is a bit different. Like I'll say, I'm trying not to get. But as you can tell, I've been playing way too much Planet Coaster lately. I've been playing way too much Planet Coaster. There's no denying it. I can't deny it. Come on, you guys cannot deny that I have been playing way too much Planet Coaster lately. That whole 10,000 is all depending on your perspective. I will admit, it is nice being able to read all the comments. But you know, I could always favorite certain people and you know, we could be having our own little conversations, even with tens of thousands of people, with people who have been here for a long time. So, oh, look at this. We're obviously getting really close to now. Because look, this monstrosity's started to be built. I've moved the train. This has been moved back, finished and moved back here. The Super 8 Motel racing. Indoor racing. Bad idea. Bad idea. I haven't started to build anything back here yet. What else is going on? Let's go look over here. I've played Planet Coaster for what's a number for way too many? Right now, it's at 433 hours. And it's not that I've played Planet Coaster for that long. It's that I've built this park for that long. this park for that long. So yeah, what are we doing here? We've built up all this, so you can see that now I'm up here building. I've got all this filled in. Not now, but then at that point in time, I was building this, and it's mostly complete. Surprisingly, there's no lights in the park at this point in time. So this was like 30 live streams ago, 40 live streams ago even. So there's no lights, but the park is quite large, and most of the major attractions are there. The old mill coaster, the hyper coaster, the Red Rock, and the pirate coaster. The twin coasters might be twinned at this point. I don't know. That was something they did in the spring update, I think. Yeah, I think they're twinned right now. So these launch at the same time at this point in time. So that's something that actually changed in the game. But everything else, you know, like even the bridges aren't done yet. I haven't even done a single bridge. I just used what was there because I didn't even know of such things. I didn't even think of such things. Oh, this is just different. I started to build this in. You can see this has started here. There's more, so a few more buildings, a little bit of structure going in here. I filled this up. So yeah, there's actually a lot of construction going on in a short period of time. Or, well, I guess I did jump 10 episodes ahead. So maybe there's not very much construction going on in a long period of time. But I don't know. But that is where that's at that point in time. So where are we here? Park live stream 70? Oh no, oh yeah, that was 70. That was 70 live streams in. We're at 190. This is the 120th live stream here, by the way. This is the 120th anniversary of Ventureland. I'm pointing. Sorry, I didn't mean to point. I don't know why that's a thing. It's not like I'm pointing at people. Oh, I guess it's waiting for me to click OK. Here I am, getting distracted by chat. Again, it's taken an awful long time to load these things now. I can only see myself having like maybe 3 or 4 parks we can look at because of these load times, which is actually quite surprising to me. I would have thought it wouldn't. Like, I think what's happening is it's checking out what static meshes are, you know, they're basically hard-coded shapes that the game wants to load for this map, and I think it's loading them into the video card is what it's doing. I told you what? I would buy you a game if I reached 800 subs? Is that what I told you? Do you have that on video? Whoa! It's a different world. Holy crap. So obviously, we were working on lights. And there's 13,000 people in the park right now, by the way. I wonder... Oh, it's already solved. Oh, I missed it. There was a hot dog stand here, and it destroyed the entire park. It just, everybody just basically crowded right around here for some reason. All because of a damn hot dog stand. I can't remember why. So what else is done here? Whoa, okay. Okay, so this is actually right in what we're doing now. Okay, let's get some light on this thing. Whoa, how did I end up over here? Okay, so we've got the palace. The palace has been... Construction has begun. That is something that is not new, but we must have been working on this for a while at this point. Like basically the whole thing's put together. There's no back on it. Okay, catch you later, Darafi. A lot, like, some of this is done. You can tell, though, there's just a ton of stuff that's not done. You know, this whole walkway. Well, you can almost see I'm thinking about it. Am I? Was this when I was thinking about it? Maybe not. Maybe not. So that whole walkway there. All this still has to come. There's no volcano. There's tons of stuff that's still not done. And I haven't started anything back here yet, have I? See, I don't even know myself. I don't know what's going on at this point. No, there's no tunnel. There's no sci-fi stuff going on at all. Just a blank slate. But the park, even at this... Whoa, sorry. I'm just like camera all over the frickin' place. Let's go up here. We'll go up, 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 and we'll look down, 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 down. The park's looking pretty big. I know it only goes up to about here. Here, sort of. Like here. But it's looking pretty big. There's big empty areas there and huge empty area here. Let's see what 10 more episodes ahead looks like. So, okay, so that was episode 80. Yeah, that was episode 80. Let's look at episode 90 and see where I was at then. Hey Momoa, welcome to the stream. I don't know what you said, but I'm pretty sure Google Translate could probably tell me. No, it can't. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it can't. Okay, so maybe we're not going to have as many loads as I thought. If this is loading episode 90 and it's taken this long, how long is episode like 110 going to take? I can't even imagine. Excuse me. This busy super sour rockstar drink. Okay. Wow. Look at where we are. Look at where we are. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I haven't filled all this in yet, but the big volcano's been built. Now, if for those of you who were here, remember there was a small volcano first with a beach and stuff like that, but then one day I decided big volcano is better. A lot of this is done. Have I started on bridges yet? Yes. Yes. So bridges are starting to be built. We're starting to fill in all the detail around everything and make it look a lot more realistic. So this is when I'm starting to get interested in that. I'm still trying to get interested in that. You know, trying to keep up on that. There's also the wall, remember? We built a wall so nobody could see what was going on back here. And I had already started to build all this stuff. And experiment with, see, you know, how people walked on this. How did it look? Were their feet buried in the ground? And yes, they were. It was like they were walking through liquid plastic. So there was all that. What else was going on? This was after the update, so there was probably fireworks. And as you can see, this is basically finished. And we've got the start of the fireworks show at the back. The whole walkway here is done. And all this is done. None of the bridges here are done. There's nothing here. Because all of these are bridged now. But this one's done. The little jack bridge type thing. There's also railroad bridges. Not railroad bridges, but there's these. This. Because there isn't these, because I haven't done the other two yet. So yeah, I think this and this are already done. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. So, I think now... So that was Park 90. Let's now load the latest park. The last build that we just saved yesterday. Could be interesting. Like the difference between where we started here today and the park with like 6 flat rides in it and not a coaster to be seen. And yeah, a very poor use of scenery. It's bad. But you know, I'm gonna show you that some of that stuff that I showed in the from the very first episode is still in this park right now. Some of the rides have not changed a bit. They were 100% scenery. You know, I never went back and updated them to look the way they should look. I just left it because, well, it was still back when I was learning. There's got to be some proof that the first park led to the last park, not you know what I mean? And every park in between has those same features to it. So, you know, they're definitely one stream of building. But of course, I guess in here there's the Norwegian building that I haven't finished building. But you know, there's the quantum singularity build. There's all this sci-fi stuff that wasn't in any of that. All of this was built since then. You know, all this is finished off. It just goes on and on and on, the amount of changes. God, this monstrous update where we actually built a train station out of the park entrance. I know we stuck with similar style to the current one, but definitely an updated look, more modern type thing. So that was a big difference. But as you can see, I turn around here and look at this. 1, 2, 3. Those are the same 3 rides as in look, these are the first 2 rides. This one came up in like the 3rd park. So yeah, like this is like, here's those little trees. Like, it's all the same, and yet it's absolutely insane. All that decoration is done now. Like, there's definitely nothing else to do around the volcano. That's pretty well done. We've got a full fireworks show now. Or do we? No, we don't. We've got 75% of a fireworks show now. All this is filled in here. My latest build, the Haunted Mansion, is what we're gonna get back to tomorrow. This will be what we'll close out today riding that, just so that everybody gets a taste of what we'll be finishing off. What we will be continuing to build tomorrow. So yeah, you know, you can really see the progress. Even when I look back, and we look around, say here, and what this looks like compared to what it looked like. Well, actually, some of it doesn't look that great. This all still needs to be done. But from here, all the way down, all this waterfront area, getting that all updated to look modern. The bridges, these bridges here, all these bridges up here, and all this work that went into, you know, making these look real, I guess would be the best way to put it. Yeah, there is a big difference between that last build and this one. I can't believe the difference. Of course, I guess that was probably about 40 to 60 hours of gameplay. Probably more. Oh, it had to be more. Just look at that. Like, the amount of stuff that went in there. And a lot of you were here for that. But yeah, so I figured this would be very interesting for everybody. They wouldn't have to go back through all the videos, though. I don't mind you watching all not that I mind. How could I mind? But I figured this would be great because it's a central place where you can go to see the growth of the park, and like, even when we're doing new stuff in the next like little while, like finishing off the haunted house and whatever comes next, because who knows what's coming next. I don't even know what's coming next. I have no clue what's coming next. Please, somebody help me find something to build next. I really need some ideas. I'm kidding. So here we go. Here we are. I'm gonna ride 2 rides tonight. I'm gonna ride this, and then I'm gonna ride the haunted house. Oh, I didn't realize that was like right at the beginning. If I would have known that, I would have just gone on it. I don't know why I'm going to ride the haunted house, of course, because I can't hear anything. Okay, I'm putting on headphones. Thanks, Ida. Well, I think it's good that, like, other people get something out of it. You know? Wow, that's fast. It always freaks me out how fast it is. You know, even after all this, I still have to say there's definitely stuff in the park that I would change, that I wouldn't do the way I've done. You know, this whole big castle wall. This whole thing, just... I want this whole wall to go away at this point. I really like the idea of things like this, something more subtle, like a true, like, a fully built up wall with different, you know, something like that. So there's definitely things in the park that I would still change at this point. And I still want to do. Geez, like, we can build right up to here. We're not going to build right up to here. Though we did really build right up to there. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress. And I do have to go look and see this every once in a while. I can't just, you know, keep building and building and building and building and building. It just gets very dry, if you know what I mean. But let's take one final ride here. This is what we're actually working on, or will be working on in the next couple days. What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. But now we're turning the lights out, and we're gonna hop on and ride the Haunted Mansion. Ooh, fireworks. You know what? It just, like... Okay. Okay, notice you didn't hear any lightning, any thunder. Okay, so now we get to face the wall because this is weird. Oh, look at this wall. Oh, here, just have a quick glance at that room for a second. And then you're out in the back. But yeah, so there's obviously lots of work to do here. I still, you know, I'm lacking something right now. I feel like like my creativity level is low and has been for about a week. But I guess that I can't really say that. I shouldn't really say that, because if I do look at this, I'm actually quite proud of it. When I go through here and look at what's going on, I'm quite happy with it, proud of it. The whole warped roof, the twisted doors, the big mechanical crazy lift. I really like that. And it was just a fluky find that I just stumbled upon when I found some gears that moved and thought, I wonder how they'd look if they twisted up there. You know, this is okay. It's getting there. It's better with the lighting that it's got. The wizard's room, okay, it needs some work. I think it's going to be more Frankensteinish. I think I'm going to be putting electrical stuff in. We're going to make it like he's it's not just a wizard, more of a old time, like an alchemist. An alchemist, yeah. An alchemist's den. Maybe we'll put in a big fire and thing and stuff, and yeah, we'll do stuff. And of course then there's always the backyard, which requires lots of work, including doing all the coaster. So like, this is just never going to end. I could be here for 800 hours. So we've got at least 364 more hours in this build, I think. No guarantees. We'll just wait and see. So I'm leaving it here, and until next time, I'm GameFace. This was Planet Coaster. If you'd like to click the button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.